Very good morning. This is Sanjay Rathi. Today's topic is what mesh and nodal analysis. Right? तो चलिए start करते हैं. Please everyone, please join the session now. I think you have done your homework assignments. Okay, you have solved questions, everyone. So today we will discuss those questions because up to this point, all topics are what important and or all are connected. क्या क्या पढ़ा हमने? For example, initially we have learned about the resistor, inductor, capacitor, series connection, parallel connection, charge, current, power, and then we have learned about the voltage division, current division, voltage source, current source, dependent, independent. Then in last class we have learned about the Kirchhoff's current law, Kirchhoff's voltage law. Right? Okay. Okay. Yesterday notes were not uploaded. Okay, I will upload just now. Okay. If I think some technical mistake. So okay, I will upload just after the class. Okay. Then KCL and KVL, Kirchhoff's current law, Kirchhoff's voltage law. Last, from the basics, mesh analysis and nodal analysis. Once you will get the command over all these topics, you can solve particular numerical by different methods. Method 1, method 2, method 3, method 4. तो वो डिपेंड करता है कि आपको कौन सा सुटेबल लग रहा है. इसीलिए आज ये टॉपिक समझिए और फिर सभी न्यूमेरिकल में आपको यही सब लगाना है. मैश एनालिसिस, नोडल एनालिसिस, केसीएल, केवीएल, वोल्टेज डिवीजन, करंट डिवीजन एंड सो ऑन. ओके, तो ये सब एक उसके अम्ब्रेला में आप डाल सकते हो सभी टॉपिक्स को. तो इसमें आपको कमांड करनी है. यहां तक ये आज का टॉपिक है इंपॉर्टेंट. तो दिस इज माय इंट्रोडक्शन. 24 years of teaching experience. These are my ranks in engineering services exam. I have trained more than 1 lakh students for various competitive exams and these are my areas. अब 5 days हो गए आपको अटेंड करते हुए, 10 hours ऑलमोस्ट. क्या आपकी फ्रीक्वेंसी मैच हो रही है? बातें मेरी समझ आती है आपको? यस और नो एवरीवन? क्वेश्चन सॉल्व हो रहे हैं? नेटवर्क में समझ में आ रहा है कैसे उठाना है? बेसिक से मैंने एकदम स्टार्ट किया था. ऐसा चाहे कोई स्टूडेंट है जिसका नेटवर्क बहुत स्ट्रांग है, चाहे मिडिल लेवल पे हो, चाहे एकदम बिल्कुल ही नॉलेज ना हो, हम सब तरीके से इसको कवर कर रहे हैं. ठीक है ना? तो सभी टॉपिक्स ऐसे ही चलेगा, बिल्कुल बहुत डिटेल. लेकिन अब देखो, अब धीरे धीरे लेवल उठेगा, इसलिए प्रैक्टिस अच्छी कीजिए. प्रैक्टिस अच्छे करो, क्वेश्चन तब आपसे बनेंगे. तो ये भी आपके लिए है. पेन नोटबुक अभी भी लेकर बैठिएगा, टेबल चेयर पर बैठिए, रेगुलर रहिए. ओके, और अगर क्विजेज है तो आप डेली क्विजेज अटेम्प्ट कीजिए. अब आते हैं गाइस. राइट द मेश करंट इक्वेशन इन द सर्किट शोन एंड डिटरमाइन द करंट. डायरेक्टली स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड क्वेश्चन है, लेकिन क्या होता है, मेश कैसे बनाते हैं, मैं थोड़ा सा आपको बता दूं. जरा देखिए जरा. सपोज आपको एक सर्किट है, ये दिया हुआ है क्वेश्चन में. ओके, दिस इज R1, दिस इज R2, R3, R4, R5 and let this is R6. Okay, this is a voltage source Vs. Now R1, R2, R3, R4, R5 and what? R6. So what is the mesh means when we are talking about the mesh? So this is a loop, this one. This is a one mesh, then another one, then what? Another one. We can assume what independent current in this loop, let this current is what? I1. Right? Similarly here we are assuming let the current is what? I2. For this particular mesh the current is what? I2. This is called mesh current. This particular mesh I3. Normally we are choosing in clockwise direction. You can also choose in what? Anti-clockwise direction. So for example, for this particular mesh the current is I1. For this particular mesh the current is I2. For this particular mesh the current is what? I3. These are called mesh current. These are not the branch current. These are the mesh currents. Now what is the difference between the branch current and mesh current? Watch this. First, Let I am giving this branch current is what? Ix, and this branch current is Iy. This branch current is let Iz. So this is the mesh current. Now this is the current in this loop. So what is the current in this branch? I1. So Ix will become I1. So Ix is equal to what? I1. This is the branch current through this branch where R1 is there, voltage source is there. So Ix is equal to I1. But what is the Iy? So I1 is not Iy. What is the Iy? I1 is going downward, I2 is going upward, and that's why in this branch the current is I1 minus I2 in downward direction, and that's why we can write Iy is equal to I1 minus I2. I1 minus I2, and that Iy will become what? Branch current. Branch current. So this is actually the mesh current, and this is what? Branch current. Now tell me guys, what is the Iz and what is the Ia and what is the Ib? So this is the mesh current. Now in downward direction it is I1 minus I2, in upward direction it is I2 minus I1. So similarly, what is the Iz? This is the branch current. Now in this case there are two loops, they are connected, and that's why we are writing the I1 minus I2, but in that case only I1. Similarly in this case Iz is equal to what? I2. Iz is equal to what? I2. But what is the Ia? What is the current through this branch in a downward direction? So current through this branch in a downward direction is what? Ia. So what is the Ia? I2 is going downward. Watch this direction. I2 is going downward. I3 is going upward. So when I2 is going downward and I3 is upward, so what is the in downward direction? Ia is equal to I2 minus I3. I2 minus I3. This is called branch current. And finally, what is this? I2, yes, correct here. That is I2 minus I3. And finally, what is the Ib? I3. I3 will flow through the R5 as well as R6, and that's why this branch current Ib will become I3. So actually Ix, Iy, Iz, Ia, Ib, these are called what? Branch current. And I1, I2 and I3, these are called what? Mesh current. So here these are the mesh. Okay. Now just to get the, for example, we are writing the equation with the help of what? KVL, Kirchhoff's voltage law. We have to write the equation the help of what? KVL, Kirchhoff's voltage law. We will get three equations, three unknowns. What are the unknowns? I1, I2, I3. Once you have the value of I1, I2, I3, you can find Ix, you can find Iy, you can find Iz, you can find Ia, you can find Ib. Means you can finally find the branch current. Once you have the branch current, suppose the question is what is the voltage across the R6. So you can directly find V6 is equal to, what is the current here? Branch current Ib. Ib into V6. R6. What is the Ib here? Ib is equal to I3, no problem. Ib is equal to I3. Now, if suppose what is the voltage across the R4 is required, so voltage across the R4, V4. So what is the V4 is equal to? Ia into R4, because it is the branch current. But what is the Ia? Ia is I2 minus I3. So we have to find the three equations. Then from those three equations we have to find the I1, I2 and I3. Once you have the I2 minus I3, you can find the branch voltage I2 minus I3 into what? R4. So what is the network analysis from the first class? Just this is the analysis through which we are finding the branch current and branch voltages. So we are finding the branch current. At the end, we are finding the branch current Ix, Iy, Iz, Ia, Ib in terms of I1, I2, I3, or we are finding the branch voltages V4, V5, V6, V7, V8 and so on. Okay, V1, V2, V3, V4. So this is a simple mess, right? Then how to write the equation? with the help of what? Kirchhoff's voltage law, KVL. Kirchhoff's voltage law, KVL. वो KVL कैसे लिखना है वो अभी देखेंगे. तो this is what mesh analysis. Now, this point is clear, everyone. What is the relation between the mesh current and branch current? This is also clear. Ix, Iy, Iz and so on. And how to find the voltage? Now, how to write the equation in case of mesh? It is very simple. Use KVL, Kirchhoff's voltage law. KVL means this is the Vs. In this loop we will write one equation. In this loop we will write one equation. In this loop we will write one equation. Just to find the value of I1, I2 and I3. Remember, when we are moving in this direction, so what is the current in downward direction? I1 minus I2. I1 minus I2. So just write the equation. This is the minus Vs, KVL, minus Vs, I1 into R1 plus I1 minus I2 into what? R2. Okay, minus I1 minus I2 into R2. That is equal to 0. So KVL in this loop. Now you can arrange I1, R1 plus R2 minus I2 into R2 is equal to what? Vs. Is equal to Vs. This is the first equation. This is the first equation. We have to find the three equations because there are three unknowns, I1, I2 and I3. So this is the first equation. I1 R1 plus R2 minus I2 into R2 is equal to Vs. Okay. Then second equation. Okay. Now watch this. In this loop. So for this loop, hero is what? I2. So you have to write the equation in terms of what? I2. So I2 into R3, we can start from this. I2 into R3 plus what is the current in downward in the direction of the I2. So here the current is moving in downward direction. That's why we will write in downward direction. I2 minus I3. I2 minus I3. This is the current in downward direction. So we will write I2 minus I3 into what? R4 plus. Now move in the direction of the I2. So I2 is moving upward. Moving upward. So what is the upward direction? Current. In a downward direction it is I1 minus I2. In upward direction it is I2 minus I1. I2 minus I1. That's why I will write I2 minus I1 into R2. I2 minus I1 into R2. Is there is any battery in this loop or in this mesh? No. And that's why it is equal to what? 0. Now you can arrange it. You can arrange it to I2, R3, R4, R2. So R2 plus R3 plus R4. Minus I1 R2 minus I3 R4 is equal to what? 0. So this is the second equation. Second equation, guys. So I will give you the shortcut how to write the quickly by using the inspection method. We can inspect the circuit and we can directly write the equation. But first of all, practice the KVL, Kirchhoff's voltage law. This is the KVL. The summation of all the voltage is equal to what? 0. This is the 0. And then arrange it. So this is the first equation. This is the second equation. Now, third equation we can write. Third equation. watch this. Now in this loop I3 is moving, so take the direction with I3. I3 is multiplied with the R5, I3 is multiplied with the R6. And what is the current in upward direction? Because I3 is moving upward, so in a downward direction it is I2 minus I3. In upward direction I3 is upward, I2 is downward. That's why it is I3 minus I2. I2 minus I3 minus I2. So you can write I3 R5, I3 R6 plus I3 minus I2, because we are moving like this, plus minus plus minus plus minus in the direction of I3. You can write I3 minus I2 into what? R4 is equal to 0. Now you can arrange, then I3 R5 R4 plus R5 plus R6 minus I2 into what? R4 is equal to 0. This is the third equation. So guys, we have first equation with battery, second equation without battery, because there was no battery in this loop, there is no battery in this loop, and we can write like this. So ये equation I2 I3 R3 R2 R3 R4 minus I1 R2 minus I3 R4 and is equal to what? 0. So three unknowns, three equations. Now we have to solve these three equations by using the Cramer's rule, or directly you can solve, or we have to find the I1 I2 I3. From I1 I2 I3 we can find the branch currents, we can find the branch voltages, and that is the mesh analysis. This is the mesh analysis. Is there is any doubt in equation number 1, in equation number 2, in equation number 3? Anyone? Any difficulty in writing the equations I1? Because the equation, how to write the equation, this is important. No problem? Okay, 1 minute is okay then. यहाँ तक ठीक है? Is it clear? Okay. Now inspection method. What is the meaning of the inspection method? So you can directly write these equations. Then inspection method means क्या है? What is the inspection method? Inspection means, for example, when I am talking about this mesh, so in this mesh how many resistor R1 and R2? What is the current I1? What about this current? This current will oppose the I1. So you can directly write the equation. No need to write this equation. No need to write this equation. You can directly write this equation, guys. You can directly write this equation. How? For example, what is the current here? I1 is passing through R1 and R2. Directly you can write I1 R1 plus R2. Okay. What about the I2 in the same direction or opposite direction? I1 is moving downward, I2 is moving upward, and that's why I2, and which one is the common resistor? R2. Now, if the current enter through the minus leaving the plus, for example, this mesh current enter through the minus leaving the plus, is equal to what? Vs. Why? Because that will deliver the energy, and that's why that the complete voltage is equivalent to the drop across this and that, and that's why we are writing the Vs. If suppose the current enter through the plus leaving the minus, suppose the current is enter through the plus leaving the minus, then you can write, you have to write what? Minus Vs. तो आपको ये ध्यान रखना है, ये I1 है, यहाँ का हीरो I1 है, किससे पास हो रहा है? R1 और R2 से, तो सीधा आप लिखिए I1 R1 प्लस R2, ये इसका अपोज कर रहा है तो माइनस I2 इंटू R2, और यहां से करंट अगर नेगेटिव से एंटर कर रहा मतलब ये एनर्जी डिलीवरिंग एलिमेंट है, मींस दैट टोटल ड्रॉप इज इक्विवेलेंट टू दैट ड्रॉप. और अगर यहां पे भी ये प्लस से एंटर करके माइनस में जा रहा है, मतलब ये भी एनर्जी एब्जॉर्ब कर रहा है, दैट्स व्हाई हियर यू कैन राइट माइनस वीएस, और उधर आप लिखोगे तो प्लस वीएस। बस इतना केयर कीजिए, तुरंत देखिए ये इक्वेशन गायब हो गई। आप एक इक्वेशन लिखने की जरूरत ही नहीं है इस इक्वेशन को। व्हाई वी आर वेस्टिंग अवर टाइम, डायरेक्टली वी कैन राइट दिस इक्वेशन। तो इन एग्जाम दिस इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। QPM मींस क्वेश्चन पर मिनट। इन 1 मिनट में आप कितने क्वेश्चन कितनी तेजी से सॉल्व करते हो, तो आपको इक्वेशन थोड़ा लिखना पड़ेगा। देन इसको बोलते हैं इंस्पेक्शन मेथड। जस्ट ये मतलब कोई स्पेशल नहीं है इस मैश एनालिसिस में, बस आपने चेक किया और लिख दिया। ओके, नाउ सेम फॉर दिस लूप, राइट? How many register R2, R3 and R4, and which one is the hero? I2. So you can directly write I2, R2 plus R3 plus R4. R2 plus R3 plus R4. Now what about this current I1? I1 oppose the I2. I2 is moving upward, I1 is moving downward. You can write minus I1 R2. R2 is the common resistor. Now watch this. I2 is moving downward, I3 is moving upward. It will also oppose to minus I3 into R4. Is there any battery? No battery, 0. Yes. This is the equation number 1. This is the equation number 2. No need to write this. No need to write this. Directly you can write this equation. This is the inspection method. Directly you can write. Then third equation, no need to write this. I3 is passing through the R5, R4, R5, R6. Directly you can write I3, R4 plus R5 plus R6. What about the I2? I3 is moving upward, I2 is moving downward. That is minus I2 into R4. Is there any battery? No, 0. Finish. तो आप इसको हार्डली 10 सेकेंड्स में इस इक्वेशंस को लिख सकते हैं। बाद में इक्वेशन तो सॉल्व करना है। दिस इज कॉल्ड व्हाट? इंस्पेक्शन मेथड। तो ये सब आपको जरूरत नहीं है, आप सीधा स्टेप्स में जा सकते हो। वो भी ये तो आई एम राइटिंग इन टर्म्स ऑफ व्हाट R1, R2 एंड R3। अदरवाइज यू कैन सपोज इट इज अ 1 ohm 2 ohm 1 plus 2 3i1 minus 2i2, डायरेक्टली यू कैन राइट। ओके, तो देखिए जैसे ये आया। अब मुझे अगर इसमें इक्वेशन लिखना है तो मैं आप टाइम आप कैलकुलेट करना स्टार्ट करो, तो आप सीधा लिखोगे R1 R2 माइनस एंटरिंग थ्रू द माइनस Vs, फर्स्ट इक्वेशन। सेकेंड I2, what are the common resistor? R2 plus R3 plus R4. What about the I1 moving downward, I2 upward, minus I1 R2, ये डाउनवर्ड, दिस इज द अपवर्ड, माइनस I3 into R4 is equal to what? 0. Then last one, I3 is passing through R4 plus R5 plus R6 minus I2 downward direction, R4 is equal to what? 0. Now inspection method, directly you can write 3 equations. And suppose you have the values, guys. चलो ठीक है, फटाफट इक्वेशन बताइए। If you have the values, then it will become again very easy. For example, the values of the register is given. It is not given here. That value is given. Let. So directly you can write these equations and you have to find the voltage through the 10 ohm resistor. Voltage through the 10 ohm, voltage across the 10 ohm resistor. This is the 10 ohm resistor. We have to find the voltage here. Find the V0. Okay, find the V0. Let this is the question. We have to find the V0 and the battery, the value of the battery is given as 50 volt. 50 volt. So what is the value of the V0? Suppose this is the question. So we have to find the V0. We have the different methods. You can find the equivalent resistor, then current division rule and so on. But I am using the mesh analysis. तो I have choose the three mesh current I1, I2 and I3. Let this is the question. Find the V0. Find V0 if this question is given and this is not given, na? Try to understand what I want to say. This is not mentioned here. Question is simply this is the 10 ohm, 20 ohm, 10 ohm, 30 ohm, 40 ohm, 10 ohm, 50 volt it is given. You have to find the V0. Then I can choose what different methods. Mesh analysis, nodal analysis, equivalent register, और भी कोई मेथड से आप बना रहे हो, लेकिन अभी सॉल्व करना है बाय यूजिंग द मेश एनालिसिस। तो मेश एनालिसिस में क्या करते हैं, सबसे पहले आपने चूज किया मेश करंट I1. इट्स अप टू यू, यू कैन चूज इन अ क्लॉकवाइज डायरेक्शन और एंटी क्लॉकवाइज डायरेक्शन, बट नॉर्मली वी आर चूजिंग इन अ क्लॉकवाइज डायरेक्शन. Let these are the current, right? Then find V0. What is the solution? V0 is equal to I3, this is the current through the 10 ohm, into 10 or 10 I3. Equation number 1. We have to find the I3. Now when we have to find the I3, then inspection method, 10 plus 20, 30 I1. I2 will oppose minus 20 I2. This is the in opposite direction minus 20 I2. Current entered through the minus, that's why it is a 50. It is the equation number 2. Now I2 20, 10, 30 plus 30, 60 I2 minus I1 in opposite direction 20 I1 minus I3 in opposite direction 30 I2, 30 I3 is equal to 0. There is no battery. Okay. Now this is the second equation. Third equation, 30, 40, 70. This is the 40 plus 30, 70, 80 I3 minus, because it is in opposite direction, 30 I2 is equal to what? 0, because there is no battery. So how many seconds? I think 10 to 20 seconds we are getting the three equation. Yes or no? Tell me guys. In 30 seconds or less than 30 seconds you can write these three equations. Yes? Yes or no guys? Okay now. Inspection method. Inspection. See the addition, write down. Addition, write. Now once we have to solve, remember we have to find the I3. So remember that the 10 is common here. So you can again rewrite the equations. You can again rewrite the equation guys. When we are taking the common, 3 I1 minus 2 I2 is equal to 5. First equation. Second equation, you can put here that it has become 2 I1 minus 2 I1 plus 6 I2 minus 3 I3 is equal to 0. Third equation, minus 3 I2, 8 I3 is equal to what? 0. Okay, so you can rewrite these equations. These are the three equations, and at the end, sir, below equation number 2, is there is any doubt guys? Rakesh? 60 I2 in equation, which way? How the 60 I2? You are asking how the 60 I2? Yes. Okay. 60 I2 means Rakesh, focus on that. कहाँ जा रहा है? ये देखो, ये 20 ओम से I2 जा रहा है, 10 ओम से I2 जा रहा है, 30 ओम से I2 जा रहा है. तो what is the drop across the 20, 10 and 30 because of the I2? 20 plus 10 plus 30. 20 plus 10 30, 20 plus 10 30, 30 plus 30 60, and that's why is the 60 I2. और ये देखो ये क्या कर रहा है, इसका अपोज कर रहा है. इट इज इन अपवर्ड डायरेक्शन, इट इज इन डाउनवर्ड डायरेक्शन, तो ये माइनस 20 I1. और ये देखो ये भी इसका अपोज कर रहा है, तो ये 30, तो माइनस 30 I3. ओके. अब एक बार आ गया इक्वेशन आ गया, आप बोलोगे सर आप ऐसा क्यों अरेंज कर रहे हो? तो आप इससे इजी हो जाता है. मुझे तो अल्टीमेटली I3 चाहिए, जितनी तेजी से आप निकाल सको. तो मैं क्या करूंगा इसमें, अगर मुझे I3 चाहिए, ये सब इक्वेशन है, डोंट वरी. तो आप क्या करोगे, डेल्टा क्रैमर्स रूल लगाओगे तो आप लिखोगे 3 माइनस 2, राइट, 0, ये देखो 3 माइनस 2 0, क्योंकि I3 का कोफिशिएंट नहीं है यहां पे, फिर आ गया -2 6 -3, फिर आ गया 0 -3 8, ये हो गया डेल, ये होता है क्रैमर्स रूल का डेल, आता है ना समझ में, दैट इज मल्टीप्लाइड विद द I1 I2 एंड I3, एंड अपोजिट साइड क्या है, अगर आप इसको पूरा लिखना चाहते हो तो ऐसे एक बार लिख लेता हूं, लेकिन जब सॉल्यूशन करना है तो नो नीड टू राइट द कंप्लीट इक्वेशन, इज इक्वल टू व्हाट, 5 0 0। अब इसका डिटर्मिनेंट निकालिए डेल, तो देखेंगे ये आ गया 3 48 माइनस 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 प्लस माइनस 9, this will become minus minus plus 2, that is the -2 into -8 16, this is 0, okay, then this is 48 minus 9, that is 39, 39 into 3, what is the 39 into 3, 117, right, and this is the -32, okay, then this is 5 और ये हो गया आपका 8 85, ओके, दिस इज द 85, चेक माय कैलकुलेशन, देन 85, अब आपको तो I3 चाहिए ओनली, जस्ट टू फाइंड द I3 फाइंड द del 3, just to find I3 find the del 3, so what is the del 3, replace this column by 500, 3 minus 2 5 minus 2 6 0 0 minus 3 8, okay, and then you can find the del 3, 3 into 6 into 8 48, this will become 0, right, then minus minus plus 2, 8 into minus 2 16, that is 0, then plus 5 minus 2 into minus 3, that is the 6, okay, then you can find 50 into 3, that is the 150 minus 6 144 minus 32 plus 30, right, 2 तो 142, देखिए जरा चेक कर लो भाई, is it correct? Calculation is your part guys, calculation is your part. I have given you the Cramer's rule, how to apply the Cramer's rule and how we can get the value. देखो यहां पर मैंने एक गलती कर दी, क्या गलती हो गई, यहां पर मुझे 0 लिखना था, what is this value, 0, what is this value, 0, because this column is replaced by not 8 500, this column is replaced by 500, तो 500, अब तो कैलकुलेशन और इजी है, this is the 360 finished, this has become -2, this 0 finished, 5 only, -3 -2 6 30, तो what is the I3, del 3 by del 30 divided by 85, 30 divided by 85, ओके, यस, वो मेरा भी ऑब्जर्वेशन आ गया, 500, मेरे से मिस्टेक हो गई थी, 8 की जगह, वही होता है यार, जब आप ऐसे जाते हो ना, जब एक तो एकदम आप नजदीक आ जाना बोर्ड के तो दिखता नहीं है कई बार, तो मतलब आप एकदम ज्यादा स्क्रीन के बाजू में आते हो ना, तो समटाइम्स वर्ड्स मिस हो जाते हैं, वो आपको मिस्टेक नहीं करना है, इसको सिली मिस्टेक्स बोलते हैं, ये 8 है, ये यहाँ पे पूरा का पूरा कॉलम रिप्लेस करना है, ये हो गया, once you have the value of I3, it is multiplied with the 10, you will get the V naught. Is it clear? Mesh analysis completely clear, everyone? Cramer's rule clear? What is the inspection method, how we can write quickly equation, that is clear to you? Okay, already I have solved one numerical for you. Once you have the value of I3, you can multiply with the 10, you will get the V naught, finished. Anyone, if you have any doubt, then please write in comments, I will explain, otherwise I am giving you one question. Try to solve this question by using the mesh analysis. Okay, one question now. One minute. Now write the mesh current equation in the circuit shown and determine the currents. तो इसमें mesh current दिया नहीं है, तो आप इसको चूज कर सकते हो. Let I am giving you the mesh current. Let this is the I1 and this is the I2. You have to find the value of I1 and I2. You can use the inspection method to write the equation. जल्दी बताइए, what is the I1 and I2? क्या बात है. One student have given the answer 1/4 minus 13/4. तो ये क्लॉक काम करती है क्या? जब यहाँ पे क्लॉक स्टार्ट होती है तो यू आर फीलिंग द प्रेशर एवरीवन, यस और नो? टेल मी. मतलब लगता है ना एक घड़ी के साथ चलना है, आपको बना के देना है जल्दी जल्दी, थोड़ा सा टाइम जा रहा है. देखो देखो, पता ही नहीं चलता. अगर मैं क्लॉक ना चालू करूँ ना तो पता ही नहीं चलेगा. आप 5 मिनट में बना रहे हो आराम से. मतलब आराम से बनाओ, एक्यूरेसी मेंटेन करते हुए पहले प्रैक्टिस करो, और फिर जब एक बार आपकी एक्यूरेसी मेंटेन हो जाए तब आपको स्पीड मेंटेन करना पड़ेगा, अदरवाइज कंपटीशन में बाहर हो जाओगे. आर यू गेटिंग माय पॉइंट? यही इंडिया का कंपटीशन बहुत ज्यादा है. मतलब 3 घंटे में 2 घंटे में ही आपको पेपर बनाना है, आपको ज्यादा टाइम नहीं मिलता. तो यहाँ पे इसलिए रिसर्च हम नहीं कर पाते. हम लोग रिसर्च नहीं करते, हम लोग कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम्स में ही लगे रह जाते हैं. चलो जो भी है वो तो जो ऐसा है वैसा रहेगा. रिसर्च जो होती है वो आराम से होती है. तो आप इसरो में आपको सफिशिएंट टाइम मिलेगा रिसर्च करने का. आप देखो जरा, तो -1 एंड 8.5. आप अपने आंसर लिखते रहिए, मैं सॉल्व कर रहा हूं इसे. सबके सब जवाब दिया करो यार. अब तो कुछ तो सॉल्व करो. आप लोग सब बनाया करो क्वेश्चन को. गलत सही डजंट मैटर यार. बनाओ, ट्राई करो, घबराओ मत. आखिर एग्जाम हॉल में बनाओगे कि नहीं बनाओगे? बनाओगे ना, तो आपको घबराना नहीं है, बस बनाना है. 2 लोगों का आंसर एक जैसा आया है. अब देखते हैं. देखो, मेश करंट आपको क्वेश्चन में अगर I1 एंड I2 पूछा है, मतलब पक्का ही आपको देगा. ये डायरेक्शन हो गई. अब मैं यूज कर रहा हूं इंस्पेक्शन मेथड. सब फोकस कीजिएगा. ये 5 है, ये 2 है, कॉमन करंट है I1, तो 5 + 2 7 I1. ये इसके ऊपर जा रहा है, अपोजिट है. ये नीचे है, ये ऊपर है. दिस इज डाउनवर्ड, अपवर्ड. -2 I2. Current enter through the negative, and that's why this voltage, this will deliver the energy, and that's why it is equal to a 10 volt. Equation number 1. Is there is any doubt? कैसे लिख रहे हैं? कुछ भी है तो बता दीजिएगा. इक्वेशन नंबर 1 लिख के आप कमेंट्स कर सकते हो. इक्वेशन नंबर 2, which one is the hero? I2. 10 + 2 12 I2. What about the I1? I1 will oppose the I2, and that's why I will write -2 I1. -2 I1. So you can write here -2 I1. Just I have shifted here -2 I1 plus 12 I2. Same thing. What about the current enter through the plus, leaving the minus? Means it will absorbing the energy, and that's why it is what here you can write +50. On opposite side you have to write -50. Simple. हो गया. देखो, 2 इक्वेशन है, 2 अननोन है. 2 equations and what? 2 unknowns. Now if you want to solve it, multiply the equation number 1 with the 6. When I am multiplying with the 6, equation number 1 multiplied with the 6, it will become 42 I1 minus 12 I2 is equal to 60. Then this is the equation number 3. Right? Add 2 and 3. तो 12 I2 cancel. 42 and I1, it will become what? 40 I1 is equal to 10. So what is the I1 is equal to 1/4. I1 is equal to 1/4. Your answer is correct. 1/4 is the correct one. Then I2 you can find. Put the value of I1 in the equation number 1 or in the equation number 2 or in equation number 3, anywhere. So if suppose I am going to put here I1 in equation number 1, so you will get the 7/4 minus 2 I2 is equal to what? 10. तो इट विल बिकम 2i2 इज इक्वल टू 7/4 minus 10, that is 47 minus 40 divided by 4. So it will become 40 minus 7 36 minus 36 by 33 by 4, and I think I2 is equal to 33 by 8. Am I correct? क्या रहा आप लोग का आंसर? 13 by 8 और 33 by 8. One student get the 33 by 8. I am also getting the 33 by 8. Is there is any calculation mistake? No, I think everything is correct. Yes. This is the 7/4, 1/4 minus, this is on the right side, this is on the left side, okay. Minus 10, this is the 2i2. And then 40, 33 by 4 and then to 33 by 8. तो भाई, is it correct? कौन है? अरे कसम से काली पवन, इज इट क्लियर? राइट है ना? 33 by 8, 8.5 उतना ही होता है क्या? तो यार यंग जनरेशन, चलो टेल मी व्हाट इज योर एवरेज एज? योर एवरेज एज इज अराउंड व्हाट? 18 to 21, 22 है. यस, एम आई करेक्ट? आपकी एज होगी 18 से 22 साल के बीच में. कोई होगा 24 एक आध जो होगा, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, यहां हो आप. ओके, और मेरी एज क्या है बताओ जरा. अब आप बोलोगे सर आपको तो एक्सपीरियंस है. नहीं भाई, ये नए नए क्वेश्चन ले आता हूं मैंने भी सॉल्व नहीं किया होता है कई बार, तो मुझे भी पता नहीं होता कैलकुलेशन, आंसर तो याद रहता नहीं मुझे. अब मेरी एज आ गई 46. अब आप 46 की एज में कैलकुलेशन करवा रहे हो मुझसे, तो मतलब ये हो गया सचिन तेंदुलकर से तुम क्रिकेट खिलवा रहे हो अभी. मतलब अब वो खेल लिया भाई जितना खेलना था, हाथ नस वस फट जाएगी और वो बेचारा बीमार हो जाएगा, हाथ पैर तोड़वा देगा. देखिए क्रिकेट खेलने का नतीजा देखो. अब मेरा यहाँ दिख रहा है कि नहीं दिख रहा है आपको, कि पास से दिखाऊं? पूरा हाथ फ्रैक्चर हो गया. अब शौक है खेलने का, देखो ये पूरा उंगली टूट गई है, पूरा यहाँ से पूरा ब्रेक हो गया ये तो. अब मेरे उल्टे सीधे काम, मुझे शौक है खेलने का तो मैं भी चला गया यंग लड़कों के साथ में. तो यंग है भाई. मैं कहना क्या चाह रहा हूं, ट्राई टू अवॉइड सिली मिस्टेक्स. आर यू गेटिंग माई पॉइंट एवरीवन? कोई बात नहीं, आपने ट्राई किया, गलत हो गया, ओके, लेकिन बी केयरफुल अबाउट द नंबर्स. नंबर्स आर वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, और नंबर्स मिस होते ही कैलकुलेशन मिस्टेक हो जाती है. ओके, तो आई थिंक यू हैव वॉच दैट एडवर्टीजमेंट. वो देखा था आपने एक एडवर्टीजमेंट, दादाजी मेरा प्रॉपर्टी दे दो मुझे, इतना उसको प्रॉपर्टी देता है. दादाजी प्लीज एक जीरो, प्लीज पुट 1 एक्स्ट्रा जीरो हियर. इट इज व्हाट? कितना हो गया भाई ये? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 मीन 10 करोड़ रुपीज. 1 जीरो एक्स्ट्रा 100 करोड़, प्लीज 1 जीरो 1000 करोड़. खुश हो गए. और फिर पानी की बूंद यहां गिर गई. कहां गिर गई? खत्म. दैट इज द नंबर. दैट इज व्हाट नंबर. किसका ऐड था याद है आपको? आज आप में भी अपना सर्च करना, एमसी लाता है उसका ऐड है ये. एडवर्टीजमेंट में बेहतरीन तरीके से इसने कवर किया. आप बाद में क्लास के बाद में आप सर्च करोगे ये वाला ऐड तो आपको लगेगा कि यहां से 1 ही गायब हो गया, यही पानी की बूंद टपक गई, 1 गया. ओके देन, इसलिए नंबर्स के साथ केयरफुल रहिए. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. तो ऐसे आपको मैश एनालिसिस लिखनी है. अब मैं आपको एक और बताता हूं जो इंपॉर्टेंट है. तो एक आता है सुपर मैश एनालिसिस. Super mesh analysis means suppose we are having any current source between the two mesh, then we can't write the KVL. Suppose we are having the current source between the two mesh. Now watch this diagram. Same question, we are having the 10, 20, 10, 30, 40 and 10. Now, in this, in place of 20 ohm, let there is a current source. Okay, and let this current source is what? 2 ampere. Now if the current source is given, and again the same question, find the V naught. Find the V naught. That is the question. Okay. If the current source is given, then we can't write what? KVL with the current source. We can't write the KVL because we are not having the idea about what drop across the current source. What is the drop across the current source? If suppose this is the resistor, then we can multiply the current with the resistor, we can get the drop. But what is the drop across the 2 ampere? We have no idea. That's why we can't write the KVL with what? Current source. Then guys, we are choosing the 3 mesh current I1, I2 and I3, and then finally we have to find the V naught is equal to I3 into 10. Then how we can find the 3 equations? Again we have to find the 3 equations, so that finally we can find what? I3, or I3 into this 10 is V naught. Okay. Then how to write the equations? So when the current source is given, you can't write the KVL here. You can't write the KVL here. So what is the current through this branch in terms of I1 and I2 in downward direction? In downward direction, the current is what? I1 minus I2. I1 is moving downward, I2 is moving upward to minus I2. And the first equation will become I1 minus I2 is equal to 2 ampere. It is given in the question. What is the current in a downward direction? 2 ampere. And according to our current, what is the downward direction? I1 minus I2. That's why this has become first equation. Now, we have to find the 3 equations. Then, yes, you can also say that I2 minus I1 is equal to minus 1. This is also correct. In upward direction, what is the current? I2 minus I1, that is equal to minus 2 ampere. That is also correct. That is also correct. Now, we can write the KVL in any closed loop. This is the KVL. You can write the KVL in any closed loop to follow this closed loop. This closed loop. Right? To find the second equation. So second equation will become minus 50. This is the minus 50 plus 10 I1. What is the current through the 10? Only I1. So 10 I1. Plus, now move here. You can't write the KVL here. To move here, 10 times of I2. Now, 30 times of. What is the current in downward direction? I2 minus I3. I2 minus I3. Now, you can arrange it. So, this is the 10 I1 plus 30 plus 10, 40 I2 minus 30 I3 is equal to 50. Is equal to what? 50. So write down the KVL through this loop. This is called, we are connecting the 2 loops. This is called super mesh. ये बन गया. What is this? Super mesh. So this is called super mesh analysis. Super mesh analysis. So when there is a current source between the 2 loops, so 2 mesh, then we have to write like this. Okay, so this is the equations. First, then second equation. Third equation, just similar inspection method we can apply here. I3 will pass through the 30, 40, 10. This will become 80 I3. What about this current? It is in opposite direction. Minus 30 I2 is equal to what? 0. Tell me guys, how many unknowns? 3, I1, I2 and I3. And how many equations? 3. 1 from this analysis, super mesh analysis. This is the branch current. Second, by merging these 2 loops. And this is the third one. So you will get the 3 equations, 3 unknowns. And now you can find the I3 by using the Cramer's rule, or directly you can find the value and then find the V naught. Is there any doubt? देखो कभी कभार ना सॉल्व करते समय भी मतलब कैलकुलेशन, एक तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल अवॉइड द कैलकुलेशन मिस्टेक. तो दिस इज क्लियर टू यू एवरीवन. I1 minus I2, that is 2, and then equation number 2. So I have write the KCL, simple KVL. Be careful about that. Minus 50, then plus 10 I1, then plus 10 I2, plus 30 times of I2 minus I3. Then arrange this. Okay. चलो एक और ना मैं मेथड भी बता देता हूँ इक्वेशन सॉल्व करने का, ताकि थोड़ा सा कंफ्यूजन ना हो. फॉर एग्जाम्पल जैसे दिस इज द फर्स्ट इक्वेशन. Now second equation is this one. So you can take the 10 as a common. So it will become I1 divided by the 10. Divided by the 10, 4I2 minus 3I3 is equal to 5. This is the equation number 2. Remove it. Then third equation will become 10 is the common. So it will become 8I3 है ना, is equal to what? Directly you can say 3I2. 8I3 is equal to 3I2. You can write na, 10 is common, 0, so 8 is equal to 3I2, or I2 is equal to, you can say 8 by 3 I3. 8 by 3 no sorry, 8 by 3 I3. Okay, now subtract equation number 1, 1 minus 2. No need to write everywhere Cramer's rule, na. So you can subtract 1 minus 2. When I am doing the 1 minus 2, it will become I1 cancel out. 1 minus 2 means it will become minus, na, minus minus, it will become minus 5I2. Because when we are subtracting, it will become negative, 4 plus 1, 5. Minus minus, it will become plus 3I2. And then we are subtracting the 2 minus 5, it is what? Minus 3. Okay, now you can replace the I2 by what? I3, 8 by 3. Minus 3. Then it will become very, very easy, guys. This is I3. I3 is equal to minus 9 divided by 31. Am I correct? This calculation is correct, guys. देखो ऐसे क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करना है. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल राइट डाउन द इक्वेशंस फ्रॉम दिस वन, then second minus 50, that is the loop, this is called supermesh, and then write down the proper equation, third equation. Then guys take 10 as a common, I1 minus I2 and so on. Okay, then these equations will become, first equation will become I1 minus I2, second equation will become I1 plus 4I2 minus 3I3 is equal to 5, and third equation will become 8I3 minus 3I2. 8I3 minus 3I2. तो यहां से आप पता, because ultimately we have to find the I3 to get the I2 in terms of I3, so it will become I2 is equal to 8 by 3 I3. Okay, तो ये हो गया, ये मैंने यहां से निकाला है 8 by 3 I3. Then now you have the three equations. First of all add these two, तो ये subtract these two, तो this is cancel, minus 5I2, this will become plus 3I3 because minus, this is minus 5 2, yes it is also correct. Then replace the I2 by what? 8 by 3 I3, that is also correct I think. And then 49, yes, 40 minus 40 and 9, that is the minus 31, and that is minus minus cancel out. I3 will become minus 30, minus 9 by 31 and 90 by 31. Calculation is correct. नहीं, अरे शोभना, you have used the different method but you are getting the 6 volt. What about my calculation? Both are getting the same answer, yes or no? Tell me, everyone tell me. In a network, remember, in a circuit theory we can use the different methods, but we have to get the same answer. Are you getting the same answer, everyone? Other students tell me, we are getting the same answer, yes or no? Is it correct? Calculation is correct. Is there is any mistake in the calculation? 10 times of that, it will become 90 by 31, nearly equal to 3 volt. Okay then, so check my calculation. If there is any mistake, then yes, you can inform me. These are the equations एनी डाउट इन सुपर मैश एनालिसिस? फटाफट कमेंट्स करो भाई, आगे बढ़ना है। 2 क्वेश्चन ऑलरेडी आई हैव सॉल्व्ड। एनी डाउट इन सुपर मैश एनालिसिस? नो, यू कैन राइट द इक्वेशंस. Okay, just to once you will get the equations, it's up to you how we are going to solve the equations. कैसे करना है, क्या करना है, वो आपके ऊपर है। ये मैंने 2 रूल बता दिए, क्रैमर्स रूल बता दिया और एक ये भी मेथड है इसको सॉल्व करने का। देन अब आप चेक कर लेना कैलकुलेशन मेरी। देखो ऐसे क्वेश्चन आते भाई। तो दिस इज द होमवर्क। Determine the mesh current I1 in the circuit. You have to find the I1. There are 3 mesh current, I1, I2 and I3. Already direction is given. This is in a clockwise direction. Watch this. This is in a clockwise direction. This is in a clockwise direction. But what about this? Is in a anti-clockwise direction. Remember, it is an anti-clockwise direction. Inspection method. Quickly you can write the equation, or then you can solve it I1, and finally you have to find the value of I1. Okay. So that is the assignment. Be careful about that. Then I will give you the idea about the nodal analysis. You can solve the same question by using the nodal, and you can find the value of what? I1. Okay. Sir, किसके लिए सर? होमवर्क सम्स के लिए अलग से क्लास लगवाओ। हाँ ये तो है, सही बोल रहे हो, क्योंकि कवर भी करना है, थ्योरी भी कवर करना है, होमवर्क के भी क्वेश्चन। Otherwise I will upload the video one video with complete solution. ये ना अभी तक क्या हुआ पता है? अभी तक एक्चुअली जो मेश और नोडल और केसीएल और केवीएल आप समझ रहे हो, एक पर्टिकुलर क्वेश्चन को ना, जो मैंने पहली क्लास में कोई क्वेश्चन दिया है ना, उसको कोई नोडल से सॉल्व कर सकता है, कोई मेश से सॉल्व कर सकता है, कोई सोर्स ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन लगा सकता है। आज के बाद सब होमवर्क होंगे। आज जो है ये फाइनली अब ये आपका सब कुछ आ गया, इसमें सब कुछ आ गया इसमें। अब आप किसी से भी सॉल्व करो, मुझे कोई दिक्कत नहीं है। चाहे आप नोडल लगाओ तो क्या, मेश लगाओ तो क्या, केसीएल केवीएल जो लगाना है लगाइए। आज मतलब ये पूरा कंप्लीट हो गया जो कॉन्सेप्ट होता है। अभी अपन नोडल पढ़ेंगे, सुपर नोडल पढ़ेंगे, फिर यू कैन सॉल्व ऑल द क्वेश्चंस बाय एनी मेथड। 5 क्लास, लास्ट की 5 क्लास के जितने मैंने होमवर्क दिए, आपको जो समझ में आता है उससे बनाओ। फिर मैं आपको बताऊंगा एक एक क्वेश्चन 3-3 मेथड से कैसे बनता है। अब देखिए जरा, इसको आप लिखिएगा पक्का। अब मैं होमवर्क का पूरा मेरे पास स्लाइड्स में है सभी क्वेश्चंस, तो वो मैं आपको बताऊंगा। देन एक ये और जरूरी है, ये सुपर नोडल के लिए ना आप इसको लिखिएगा इसमें इक्वेशन फॉर सुपर नोडल। देखो ये सेम ही चीज है, बट हियर देयर इज नो करंट सोर्स बिटवीन दीज टू मेश। इट इज अ नॉर्मल मेश एनालिसिस। लेकिन यहां जो है ना, यहां पर एक करंट सोर्स आ गया है, और करंट सोर्स के साथ देयर इज वन रजिस्टर आल्सो 3 ओम। तो आपको यहां पर सुपर मैश एनालिसिस लिखनी है, सुपर मैश एनालिसिस। ओके, then write down the equation in a super mesh analysis. 50 volt battery is given. You can write like this: first, second, third 3 loops are given, all are in a clockwise direction. I1 in a clockwise, I2 in a clockwise, I3 in a clockwise direction. Super mesh analysis. And then determine the current in the 5 ohm resistor in the given network. You have to find the current through the 5 ohm resistor. I am giving you the just a value. Let this is the I0. If suppose it is given, then find the I0. These are mesh current, but this is the branch current through the 5 ohm resistor. This is another assignment. Okay. अगर आप 2 क्वेश्चन सॉल्व कर लेना भाई, हो गया आपका मतलब। आपके जितने एग्जाम में आते हैं ना, सब बन जाएंगे, सब क्वेश्चन आपसे इजीली सॉल्व हो जाएंगे दोस्तों, बहुत इजी होता है। अब आते हैं दोस्तों सेकंड वाला, नोडल एनालिसिस। गाइस, नोडल एनालिसिस, व्हाट इज द नोडल एनालिसिस? It is based on what? Systematic application of Kirchhoff's current law. It is also known as node voltage method. It is also known as node voltage method, and it is used for finding the node voltages. Used to find the node voltages. So we are applying the Kirchhoff's current law here, guys. So which type of questions we are getting Kirchhoff's current law? For example, if this is given, okay, if any circuit is given, then how we can find the node voltages? The basic purpose is find the node voltages. तो node voltage अगर आपने निकाल लिया तो you can find the current. So what is the V1? Let this is the node, one node, this is the second node, and this is called reference node. Common node, this is the reference node. You can arrange it like a ground, or you can give the third node, that is the third node. Then this is the voltage V1, this is the V2. With the help of nodal analysis, we can find the node voltages V1 and V2. Then systematic application of what? KCL, Kirchhoff's current law. Systematic application means from this we are having the three currents. Remember guys, when we are focusing on the node number 1, to choose current like this, I1, there are three currents, I1, outside, I2, outside, I3, outside. So it will become I1 plus I2 plus I3 is equal to what? 0. This is called KCL, Kirchhoff's current law. Now, what is the I1? Current moving from higher voltage to lower voltage. So V1 minus Vs upon R1. V1 minus Vs upon R1 plus V1 minus 0 by R2 plus V1 minus V2 by R3. R3 is equal to 0. Is equal to 0. So this is the equation with the help of what? KCL. Now you can arrange it. V1 1 by R1, 1 by R2, 1 by R3 minus V2 by R3. This is the V2 by R3 is equal to what? Vs by R1. Vs by R1. This is the equation number 1 and that is the 2. V1 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3 minus V2 by R3 is equal to what? Vs by R1. Okay. Now second equation you can write. For example, you are focusing on the node 2. Then you have to select the three currents. This will become Ix, this will become Iy, and this will become Iz. All are outgoing current. Ix, Iy, Iz at this node, it will become Ix plus Iy plus Iz is equal to 0. Then what is the Ix? V2 minus V1 by R3. V2 minus V1 by R3. V2 minus 0 by I4. That is V2 by R4. V2 minus 0 by R4. V2 minus 0 by R5 is equal to 0. Is equal to 0. And that is the second equation. Now you can arrange it. 1 by R3, 1 by R4, 1 by R5 minus V1 by R3 is equal to 0, and that is the equation number 2, 3. Minus V1 by R3, and that is called what? Nodal analysis. Now we have the two equations, two unknowns. Two equations and two unknowns. So we can find V1 and V2. Once you have the V1 and V2, You can find the current through the R5. What is the current through the R5? V2 by R5. What is the current through the R4? V2 by R4. What is the current through the R2? V1 by R2. What is the current? V1 minus V2 by R3. So we can find the current through any branch. So at the end we have to find current और what voltages. तो आपको बाद में क्या सॉल्व करना है, करंट निकालना है या वोल्टेजेस निकालना है. इसमें कहीं कोई डाउट? Is there is any doubt, guys? Clear? Very simple. But here again we can use the inspection method, guys. Inspection method. We are wasting our time. We are wasting our time to write this equation, guys. Just we are wasting to write this equation. Just we are wasting our time to write this equation. So these two equations are what? Redundant. These two equations are redundant. This one. Not needed. Not needed. This is also not needed. Just I have given because just to explain the question. तो क्या करें? Inspection method. Inspection method में inspection method means node voltage is V1. You can directly write here which registers are connected, R1, R2 and R3. Directly you can write 1 by R1, 1 by R2, 1 by R3. Direct. 1 by R1, 1 by R2, 1 by R3. V2 is opposite to that. V2 will oppose the V1. So directly you can write V2 by R3. Because when the current is moving, V1 minus V2. So you have to write the V2 by R3 because R3 is common register between these two. So this is the R3. Now, always remember this, if this is the polarity, if the Vs will oppose the V1, watch this. V1, if suppose we are going to write the equation V1 minus Vs, so it will oppose. Means it will provide the battery and that will oppose also, and V1 or Vs will oppose the V1. So always on the opposite side. If it is opposing, then it will become positive. Which one is the common resistor? R1. Finished. Equation number 1. Suppose we are changing the polarity, it will become minus, it will become plus. So this side it will be positive, but opposite side it will become what? Negative. तो ये अगर ये अपोज कर रहा है तो उधर पॉजिटिव आएगा, अगर ये ऐड हो रहा है उसके साथ V1 प्लस Vs हो रहा है, इसका मतलब वो नेगेटिव आएगा. तो ये हो गई इंस्पेक्शन मेथड. इंस्पेक्शन मेथड. ओके, directly you can write the equation, guys. Similarly, here R3, R4, R5. What is the voltage? V2. So you can directly write V2 is equal to 1 by R3, 1 by R4, 1 by R5, R3, R4, R5 minus. Now the V1 will oppose the V2, so V1 by R3. If there is any active source, no, is equal to 0. बताइए, how many equations we have avoided? First, no need to write this. No need to write this. Directly you can write this. No need to write this. No need to write this. Directly you can write this. तो ये है mesh analysis, nodal analysis, nodal. Or this is the inspection method for nodal analysis. Okay, this is also clear, guys. Inspection method is clear to you, everyone. Okay then. This is the 0.2 ohm, 0.5 ohm, 0.1 ohm, 0.2 ohm, 0.5 ohm. This is given as 10 volt. Find the value of V1 and V2. V1 and V2. Quickly, by using the inspection method, write down the nodal equation and then find the value of V1 and V2. बहुत देर हो गया, 3 minutes. No one is giving the answer. What is the answer? 0.5 and 0.9 approximately. Okay, you can give the fraction also. No problem. Now, the solution here. For example, if this question is given, find the V1 and V2, so you can use the inspection method here. Inspection method means nodal voltage V1 and V2, so you can write V1, this resistor 1 by 0.2, this resistor 1 by 0.5, this resistor 1 by 0.1, minus it will oppose to V2 1 by 0.1 is equal to, because it will oppose, it will become what? 10 volt. 10, not 10 only, 10 divided by this common resistor is 0.2, common resistor is 0.2, 0.2. Remember, now guys, it will become 1 by 0.2 is what? 5. This is 2 and this is 10. This is the 10 V2 and this is 50. So you will get 17 V1 minus 10 V2 is equal to what? 50. Are you getting the same equation? Everyone tell me first of all. Same equation you are getting. 17 V1 minus 10 V2 is equal to 50. Okay. If you are getting the same equation, then you can solve it. 10 second. For V2, you can write V2 inspection method 1 by 0.1, 1 by 0.2, 1 by 0.5 minus V1 by 0.1 is equal to 0. So it will become 10 plus 5 plus 2 minus 10 V1 is equal to what? 0. From this you can say V2 is equal to 10 V1 upon 17. 10 V1 upon 17 V2 is equal to. So you can replace the V2 and then find the V1. So this is the this is the first equation. This is the second equation. Put 2 in 1. Put 2 in 1. You will get 17 V1 minus 10 into 10 100 V1 upon 17 is equal to what? 50. Now this is 289 minus 100, 189. 189 V1 is equal to 350. No, 850. So what is the V1 is equal to? I am getting the 4.49. How many students are getting 4.49? Nearly equal to 4.5. 4.49. So I am getting the V1 is equal to 4.49. volt. Okay. Now once you have the V1, you can put the V1 here, you will get the V2. Therefore, V2 will become 10 by 17 into, always na use na fraction here. Otherwise, na, suppose the V2 is required, you are writing, na, then there will be the calculation more, there will be more error. So always use this fraction here. Then it will become, for example, this is what, 50. This will become 500 divided by 189. Now this is the answer. Actually, answer, this is the correct one. 500 divided by 189. You will get the 2.645 or 2.65 volt. Is it clear? This तो आ गया. ये किसने दिया था? शोभना. यस, यू आपने कैलकुलेशन का बोला ना, आप कैलकुलेशन समझो. अब आया समझ में इंस्पेक्शन मेथड कैसे करना है कैलकुलेशन. मतलब तुरंत आप इक्वेशन, क्योंकि सबसे ज्यादा यू कैन सेव योर टाइम टू राइट द इक्वेशंस गाइस. यू कैन सेव योर टाइम टू राइट दिस इक्वेशंस. क्विकली यू कैन राइट द इक्वेशन, अवॉइड द कैलकुलेशन मिस्टेक्स. राइट. तो हाउ टू फाइंड दिस इक्वेशंस बाय यूजिंग द इंस्पेक्शन मेथड, ये आपको प्रैक्टिस करनी है. तो ये है नोडल एनालिसिस. तो दूंगा मैं असाइनमेंट्स आपको, लेकिन पहले एक और है हमारे पास, व्हाट, सुपर नोडल एनालिसिस. सुपर नोडल एनालिसिस. Supernodal analysis. Supernodal analysis means suppose between two nodes there is a voltage source, then we can't apply the KCL. In between the two voltage source, if there is a two node, there is a voltage source. That this is voltage source is given between the two nodes. Once there is a voltage source, you can't apply the KCL because we have no idea what is the current through this. If this is the resistor, we can say V1 minus V2 by R, that is the current. But if there is a voltage source, we have no idea about the current. No doubt, definitely there will be the current, but we have no idea. So this is the node V1, this is the node V2. Between V1 and V2 there is Vx is given. So we can't apply the KCL, Kirchhoff's current law. So what is the method? There are two unknowns V1 and V2. We want two equations. So we are using the supernodal analysis here. We are using the supernodal analysis here, guys. Supernodal analysis. So what is the supernodal analysis? Then first, you can write this is the plus, this is the minus, and that's why it is at higher potential, it is at lower potential. So you can write the V1 minus V2 is equal to Vx. This will become first equation. This will become first equation. Vx means it may be 5 volt, it may be 10 volt. It will be given in the question. So V1 minus V2 is equal to Vx is equal to first equation. Now second equation, apply the nodal analysis both the nodes simultaneously. Write down the KCL by what? Considering both the nodes. V1 minus Vs, V1 minus Vs upon R1 plus V1 minus 0 by R2 plus move here V2 minus 0 by R3, V2 minus 0 by R3 plus V2 by R4 is equal to what? 0. So we are considering both the nodes. So V1 minus Vs by R1, V1 minus 0 by R2, V2 minus 0 by R3, V2 minus 0 by R4. So there are two unknowns, V1 and V2, and we have the two equations. So this is called what? Supernodal analysis. Supernodal analysis. So when there is a voltage source between these two node, apply this. जब भी आपको दिखाई दे वोल्टेज सोर्स तो आप इसको लगा दीजिए, हो जाएगा. ये क्लियर है पॉइंट? तो जो दोनों नोड को कनेक्ट करके जब लिखते हैं तो उसको बोलते हैं सुपर नोडल. हाँ स्वप्न बता देता हूं. सेकेंड ना इक्वेशन. ओके, फर्स्ट राइट, जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल दिस पोलैरिटी इज गिवन प्लस एंड माइनस, तो हायर साइड इज V1, लोअर साइड इज V2, तो V1 minus V2 is equal to Vx. Second equation, consider both the nodes simultaneously, means suppose there is a current, let just I am writing the equation, let this is the I1, current here I2, we have no idea what is the current through this, then I3, then I4. To write down the KCL means at this node and at this node simultaneously, means we are what we are doing, we are just adding I1 plus I2 plus I3 plus I4 is equal to what? 0. I1 plus I2 plus I3 plus I4 is equal to what? 0. Okay, so this equation will become, what is the I1? V1 minus Vs by R1, V1 minus Vs by R1, V1 minus 0 by R2, V1 by R2, this is the I2, then V2 minus 0 by R3, V2 minus 0 by R4 is equal to 0. That is the equation. Is it clear? This point is clear? Okay. Now, I am giving one more example here. Watch this. Everyone focus on the board. Let, what is the current here? I1. What is the current here? I2. Let the here the current is what? IA. Okay. So when I am writing the KCL at this node, when I am writing the KCL at this node, I will write I1 plus I2 plus IA is equal to 0. Yes, I1 plus I2 plus IA is equal to 0. Then I can write the I1, V1 minus Vs by R1. Okay, V1 minus Vs by R1. I can write the I2, V1 minus 0 by R2, V1 by R2. What about the IA? I can't write V1 minus V2 by, where is the register? Can you write? Can you write yes or no? I am assuming na IA. So IA, how we can write V1 minus V2 by, where is the register? We can't write, and that is the limitation of what? Nodal analysis. Then what we are doing? Try to understand. What is the current IA? IA is here. Now this current is divided into two parts, I3 and I4. So what is the IA? I3 plus I4. Yes, are you getting my point? So you can replace the IA by what? I3 plus I4. Okay, now we can write I1, V1 minus Vs by R1, I2, V1 minus 0 by R2, I3, V2 minus 0 by R3, V2 minus 0 by R4. This is the equation. But suppose I am adding these two, so I am getting only one equation. So what about the second equation? The second equation is, what is the relation between V1 and V2? V1 minus V2 is equal to what? Vx. And that's why this is the first equation, this is the second equation. I think now it is crystal clear how we are writing the equation. Here in a textbook they are directly writing this one, and that's why number of students are confused. But I am waiting. आई एम वेटिंग फॉर योर डाउट्स सर, प्लीज एक्सप्लेन दिस। तो नाउ आई हैव एक्सप्लेन्ड। तो पूछो, डाउट पूछने में कोई वो नहीं है। जैसे किसने पूछा, शोभना ने बोला या किसी ने बोला ना, सर आई एम नॉट गेटिंग हाउ वी आर गेटिंग द सेकंड इक्वेशन। ओके, नो प्रॉब्लम। समटाइम में डाउट से ना और अंदर से आता है कि कुछ यार और बता दूं, तो ये देखो ये अभी आया नया। इज इट क्लियर? एकदम क्रिस्टल क्लियर हो गया होगा कि कैसे लिख सकते हो सर दोनों नोट पे केसीएल आप। तो ये है एक्चुअली केस। I1, I2, IA. IA is again divided into two parts, I3 and I4, and then you can write. Because we can't write IA in terms of V1 and V2. There is no resistance. Okay then. So this is about the supernodal analysis. Supernodal analysis. चलो आएगा इक्वेशन तो बनाइएगा। ओके देन। Guys, this is the first one. Calculate the node voltages in the circuit shown in the figure. So this is the example number 1 from nodal analysis. Node voltages means there are two nodes are given 1 and 2. So you can write the V1 and V2. V1 and V2, and we have to find the V1 and V2. V1 and V2, guys. So first of all I will solve. V1 and V2 means, let this is the V1, this is the V2, V1 and what V2. Now write down the KCL at this point. First nodal analysis. KCL at V1 or KCL at node 1. So what is the incoming current? 5 ampere. What are the outgoing current? V1 minus 0 by 2. V1 by 2. V1 minus V2 by 4. V1 minus V2 by 4. This is the outgoing current. This is the outgoing current. What is the incoming current? 5. Outgoing current is equal to incoming current. तो ये 4 LCM 2V1 plus V1 minus V2 is equal to 5. So it will become 3V1 minus V2 is equal to what? 20. Equation number 1. 3V1 minus V2 is equal to 20. KCL at node 2. KCL at node 2. What is the outgoing? What are the outgoing currents? Remember, V2 minus V1 by 4 plus V2 minus V1 by 4 plus V2 minus 0 by 6. This is also outgoing. V2 minus 0 by 6, V2 minus V1 by 4 plus 5 ampere. This is also outgoing current is equal to incoming current. So what is the incoming current? 10. Incoming current is 10. These are the outgoing currents. Now you can this will become, this is what, 10 minus 5, 5. So you can take 5, you can take LCM 12, 3V2, 3V1 plus 2V2 is equal to 5. That will become 60. 5V2 minus 3V1 is equal to what? 60. This is the equation number 2. This is the equation number 2, guys. Okay. Now you can add equation number 1 and 2. When I am adding 1 and 2, It will become 3v1, 3v1 cancel, it will become 4v2 is equal to what? 80. So what is the V2 is equal to 20 volt. V2 is equal to 20 volt. When I am putting the 20 here, 20 plus 20, it will become 40. So 3v1 minus 20 is equal to 20. That's why the V1 will become 40 by 3. 40 by 3. 40 by 3. This one is the correct solution, yes or no? I have no idea about the answers, guys. Just I am solving in front of you. Same answer you are getting? बिल्कुल सही. तो V2 is equal to 20 volt and V1 is equal to 40 by 3 volt. अच्छा एक बात बताओ, जितने लोग सॉल्व कर रहे हो यस लिखो तो भाई, और नहीं भी कर रहे हो तो नो लिखो, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. देखिए जरा कितनी ईमानदारी है. लिखो सर आई एम सॉल्विंग, आई एम यूजिंग द नोटबुक एंड पेन. वो अलग बात है, नहीं हो पा रहा है या हो पा रहा है वो बात की बात है. कितने लोग है सॉल्व कर रहे हो? बस 2-3 लोग, बाकी क्या सब लिख रहे हैं यू आर सॉल्विंग. ओके गुड. आर यू एंजॉयिंग द सेशंस? तो आप लिखो यस एंजॉय ऐसे, या स्माइली स्माइली भेज सकते हो तो स्माइली भेज दो. एंजॉय कर रहे हो यार. एग्जाम निकल जाएगा, एग्जाम का लोड, डोंट वरी अबाउट द रिजल्ट्स एंड एग्जाम. एग्जाम के बारे में सोचना बंद कर दो. इसरो है ना, हो जाएगा, इसरो भी हो जाएगा, सब हो जाएगा. जब आप पढ़ रहे हो ना तो पढ़ने को एंजॉय करो. मजा आ रहा है नेटवर्क पढ़ के, क्वेश्चन बन रहे हैं. अचानक क्या होता है, एक क्वेश्चन नहीं बना, मेरा इसरो में होगा कि नहीं होगा, है ना. अरे भाई एक क्वेश्चन थोड़ी डिसाइड करेगा. अब वो उसको सोच सोच के ही आदमी परेशान है. तो आप जब पढ़ रहे हो, आपने बोल दिया मेरा इसरो टारगेट है, क्लासेस चालू हो गई, फोकस ऑन क्लासेस, असाइनमेंट्स दो. हमारी ड्यूटी है ना, आपको ऐसा थोड़ी रैंडमली कुछ भी ले जाएंगे. अब सब एक्सपीरियंस फैकल्टी लगी हुई है ना भाई, तो सब एक्सपीरियंस फैकल्टी आपको कोर्स कंटेंट देगी, प्रॉपर तरीके से आपको मैनेज कर रही है. सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट होती है लाइव क्लासेस. लाइव क्लासेस में मैंने जो बोला आपने इंस्ट्रक्शन फॉलो कर लिया, प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चन सॉल्व कर लिया, वैसे ही आपका निकल जाएगा. लेकिन जो आपको दिमाग, जो हम आपको देख नहीं सकते ना, वो प्रॉब्लम है. आप असाइनमेंट पूरा नहीं कर रहे हो, या आप जबरदस्ती टेंशन ले रहे हो मेरा क्या होगा, मेरा नहीं हुआ तो क्या होगा, या कुछ आप और ही किसी स्टफ्स में फंसे हुए हो. ऐसा तो नहीं है ना. जिंदगी में पढ़ना ही है कि कुछ और भी जिंदगी में चल रही है, बता दो ईमानदारी से. अगर वो सब भी है ना तो थोड़ी देर के लिए साइड कर दो. अभी घर की रेस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज होगी, उसको भी दिमाग से निकाल दो. होगी, करना है, एकदम नहीं हटा सकते. लेकिन जॉब होगी, ये देखो जॉब है, अब उसको भी सर दर्द है. जॉब भी कर रहे हैं, पैसा भी आ रहा है, लेकिन तकलीफ भी है ना. पैसे भी तो कमा रहे हो तो खुश रहो ना यार. पैसा भी तो कमा रहे हो, बात तो सही है. गलत क्या बोला मैंने बताओ? तो मतलब यहां से सोचोगे ना तो आपको थोड़ा कूल लगेगा. अरे यार ठीक बात है, लोग के पास तो पैसे ही नहीं है, वो भी एक प्रॉब्लम है. मतलब जो जॉब कर रहा है उसको सोचना नहीं है, जो जॉब नहीं कर रहा है ना भाई ड्रॉप ईयर में, उससे सोचिए उसको घर से लेने में कितनी दिक्कत होती है. और फिर वो कुछ खाने पीने भी जाता है ना, तो जूस पीने के लिए भी सोचना पड़ता है कि पीऊं कि नहीं पीऊं. ये देखो एक राकेश को एमटेक की थीसिस की प्रॉब्लम है ना. बहुत जिंदगी में ना, मतलब आदमी आया ही है ना तो बस एक ही काम के लिए आया. बताओ क्या? मेरे हिसाब से फिलॉसफी है, दुनिया में प्रॉब्लम्स हैं और हम यहाँ आए हैं उन प्रॉब्लम्स को क्या करने के लिए, सॉल्व करने के लिए, ताकि इस दुनिया को हम और ज्यादा अच्छा बना सके आने वाली जनरेशन के लिए. बस यही तो काम है. आओ मौज करो, प्रॉब्लम को सॉल्व करो, आने वाली जनरेशन के लिए इजी बनाओ, फिर आने वाली जनरेशन अपने आने वाली जनरेशन के लिए इजी बनाएगी. बस यही है. और इसी बीच में जो पिछले वालों ने जो अच्छा बनाया है हमारे लिए, जिसने हमारे लिए गाड़ी घोड़ा बाइक वाइक जो बनाया, फोन मोबाइल, उसको एंजॉय करो. समझ सकते हो ना, आज से 50 साल पहले 100 साल पहले बैलगाड़ी में घूम रहे थे और आज कार है बाइक है. मतलब किसी ने बनाया ना, किसी ने रोड बनाई, फिर किसी ने पुल बना दिया, किसी ने ट्रेन बना दिया, अब तुम ड्रोन बना लो, चल के और ट्रांसफर हो जाएगा. पहले ऑफलाइन क्लासेस, अब देखो ऑनलाइन, घर बैठे बैठे पढ़ रहे हो. तो हर आदमी यहां पर आया है जो करंट प्रॉब्लम्स है उसका क्या देने के लिए, सॉल्यूशंस. और इसमें सबसे ज्यादा जो रोल प्ले करता है वो बताइए कौन है? इंजीनियर है, डॉक्टर है, या सीए है? बताओ. मैं तो सीधा सीधा बोल रहा हूँ, कौन है जो सबसे ज्यादा मतलब जो प्रॉब्लम्स को सॉल्व करने में, नया इनोवेशन करने में जो काम करते हैं, जल्दी से लिख के बताओ यार कौन है भाई। इतने सारे प्रोफेशनल्स हैं लेकिन सबसे मेन रोल प्ले कौन कर रहा है? इंजीनियर्स करते हैं ना, मानते हो? अरे डॉक्टर्स भी वही इक्विपमेंट यूज करते हैं, पता है आपको? कल मैं गया था तो मुझे पता चला, आपको एक बात बताता हूँ मोटिवेशन के लिए बस। नीट में, नीट का एग्जाम होता है और जेडबलई एडवांस का जो एग्जाम होता है, तो मेरे को, मैंने तो किसी चीज के लिए गया तो एकदम टीचर मिल गया, वो बताया पता है सर आपको, नीट के लिए आज भी ना 50% चाहिए ट्वेल्थ में, ट्वेल्थ में। और आपका जेडबलई को करने के लिए, एडवांस में जाने के लिए, आईटी में जाने के लिए 75% चाहिए, जबकि एम्स में जाने के लिए, सबसे टॉप हॉस्पिटल में जाने के लिए भी 50% चाहिए इन ट्वेल्थ। लेकिन जेडबलई एडवांस अगर आईटी में जाते हो तो 75%, अदरवाइज लेंगे ही नहीं। क्यों बताओ भाई? यहां पर जो नीट का जो फिजिक्स है भाई, ऑलरेडी जो चीजें बन चुकी हैं उसको यूज करना है, ऑलरेडी डिजाइंड है, वो ऑलरेडी डिजाइंड है, उसको बस डॉक्टर्स को क्या करना है? यूज करना है। इसलिए बस उनको रटा हुआ होना चाहिए, सट सट याद आना चाहिए। अच्छा वो दवाई कौन सी थी, वो दवाई कौन सी थी, वो दवाई कौन सी थी। बनाते बनाते नहीं है, बनाते तो केमिस्ट्री वाले दवाई, तो ठीक है, और डॉक्टर्स को यूज करना है। और जेडबलई वाले जो है, इनको एक तो कुछ भी पहाड़ वहाड़ में चढ़ा देते हैं, मतलब उल्टा सीधा। आप बोलेंगे जाओ ये यहां से यहां ब्रिज बनाओ, अब बताइए अभी बना ना, कौन सी रिवर में बना है? चेनाब में। अब बोले क्या है, बोले कुछ नहीं है, ऐसा ऐसा है। तो बोले यहाँ क्या है, बोले कुछ भी नहीं है। तो बोले बस रिवर ब्रिज बनाओ। अब वो ब्रिज बना, कैसे बनाए भाई? कोई रोड मैप तो होना चाहिए, इससे पहले कोई एग्जाम्पल नहीं है, इसके बाद का कोई एग्जाम्पल नहीं है। नाउ द इंजीनियर विल डिजाइन कि कैसे इसको बनाना है, क्या स्ट्रक्चर होगा, सॉइल कैसा है, ये कैसा है, वो कैसा है, और एट द एंड बन गया। आर यू गेटिंग माई पॉइंट? तो ये है इंपॉर्टेंट इंजीनियर का रोल। इतनी बड़ी जबरदस्त रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी आपको पूरी करनी है, इसलिए पूरे जोश से पढ़ो। इसरो मुझे निकालना है, ऐसा नहीं है कि टाइम पास करने के लिए हम लोग आ गए। इसरो हमको निकालना है, हमको हमारे स्किल का यूज करना है, प्रॉब्लम को सॉल्व करना है हमको, ये होना चाहिए। ठीक है, तो होप, ये सब टेंशन मत लो शोभना की, ये होप है, वो सब निकलेगा, डोंट वरी। जितना जिस एग्जाम के पीछे भागोगे उतना वो दूर जाएगा आपसे, तो उससे डरो मत, उसको डराओ। उल्टा मतलब आप एग्जाम को बिल्कुल लाइट मूड में लीजिए, उसके स्ट्रेटजी फॉलो करो कि उस एग्जाम को कैसे क्रैक करना है, वो ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है ना। अब आते हैं जरा, ये हो गया मैथ सुपर मैथ। अब आता है टाइम भाई, देखें जरा, हाँ अभी भी है टाइम, 5-7 मिनट हम पढ़ सकते हैं। तो आपको मैं बताता हूँ सुपर मैथ का एक अच्छा सा एग्जाम्पल, ये वाला सुपर नोडल, this one. Find the voltage and current in the circuit shown in the figure, guys. Find the voltage and current in the circuit shown in the figure. For example, if the 6-volt battery is connected here, you have to find this voltage and that current. Just to find the voltage and current, you can consider a voltage, node voltage V1 here. You can consider a node voltage V2 here, V1 and V2. Then what? You can do one thing. V is V1 and I is equal to V2 by 2 ohm. Means you have to find the V1 and V2 both. V1 and V2 both. V1 and V2 both. Okay. Supernodal, definitely supernodal analysis. Why supernodal? Because the 6-volt battery is connected. Now remember, this is at higher potential, this is at lower potential. Why? Because it is plus here, minus here. So first equation will become V2 minus V1. Be careful about that. So some student will write V1 minus V2. No, watch the polarity here. This is the plus, this is the minus. V2 minus V1 is equal to 6. This is the equation number 1. Then second, supernodal means connect these two nodes. So it will become V1 minus 14 divided by 4. v1 minus 14 divided by 4 plus v1 by 3 plus v2 by 2 plus v2 by 6 is equal to 0. v1 minus 14 by 4, v1 by 3 plus v2 by 2 plus v2 by 6. Now this is 12 LCM. It will become 3v1 minus 42 plus 4v1 plus 6v2 plus 2v2 is equal to 0. Then 4 plus 3 7v1, 6 plus 2 8v2 is equal to 42. Equation number 2. If this is the, इसको a डाल दो, कोई दिक्कत नहीं. Equation number 1 and equation number 2, guys. Okay, v2 minus v1 is equal to 6. So v1 minus 14 divided by 4, v1 minus 0 by 3. Now move here, v2 minus 0 by 2, v2 minus 0 by 6. Take the LCM, 3v1 minus 42. Okay, 4v1 plus 6v2 plus 2v2, then 3 plus 4 7, 8, 42. Okay. Now equation number 1 multiplied with the 7. So it will become 7v2, 7v1 is equal to 42. Now add these two. When I am adding these two, 7v1 cancel out. 8 plus 7, 15v2 is equal to what? 84. So what is the v2 is equal to 84 divided by 15. Am I correct? 84 divided by 15. 28 by 5 means 5.6. So you will get v2 is equal to 84 upon 15, that is 5.6 volt. Now you can find the v1. v1 is equal to, from the equation number 1, v1 is equal to v2 minus 6, and that's why it will become minus 0.4 volt. Minus 0.4 volt. Minus 0.4 volt. So if the V is required, you can say minus 0.4 volt. If the V2 is required, you can I is required. This divided by 2 means 2.8 ampere. 2.8 ampere. So this is the use of what? Supernodal analysis, guys. Supernodal analysis. Okay. So up to this point, that is also clear to you, everyone. तो मेन इंपॉर्टेंट क्या है यहाँ पर? इक्वेशन लिखना. हाउ वी आर गोइंग टू राइट द इक्वेशंस. तो ये इक्वेशन ही इंपॉर्टेंट है. यहाँ ये आ गया और ये आपका, इसको अरेंज कर दिया आपने, दोनों नोड को एक साथ. ओके देन, अब दिस इज टाइम फॉर असाइनमेंट्स. Okay, now all the topics are over. Tomorrow we are going to take the star and delta method. So star delta is again just two method to solve the questions. Method to get the equivalent resistance, equivalent capacitance, equivalent inductance. So method to solve the question. So how to differentiate which circuit we should apply, which method? It depends upon practice. For example, if suppose here I am going to apply the mesh analysis. Try to understand. So there will be three equations. How three equations? Mesh 1, mesh 2, mesh 3. Three equations. 1, 2, 3. Or if suppose we are finding the nodal, so how many equations is required? Only two equations. So which one is better? Tell me. Comparative है. mesh analysis or what nodal analysis. So I can say in this case is what nodal analysis. So nodal analysis we are applying. So nodal analysis, two equations or directly supernodal. Again it make easy question easier. V2 minus V1 is equal to 6 volt. V2 minus V1 is 6 volt. So nodal analysis. So but it depends. Suppose we are solving 20, 30, 40 or 100 questions. Automatically you will decide this method, that method. थोड़ा प्रैक्टिस से आएगा. मैं एकदम नहीं बोल सकता कि बिल्कुल ही देख के पता चल गया. आपको इक्वेशंस, नंबर ऑफ इक्वेशंस कम आनी चाहिए, मेस में ज्यादा आएगी. Sometimes it is very difficult. For example, there was a one question I have given assignment. Let this question. Now watch this. If suppose I want to find with the nodal analysis, how many nodes? One node, second node, third node, and this is the reference node. Right now, you can apply the nodal analysis V1, V2, V3. We have to find the V1, V2 and V3, and then finally you have to find the V2 by 5 so that you will find the current through the 5 ohm resistor. समझ आ रहा है? For nodal analysis, how many voltages are required? V1, V2 and V3. Mesh analysis, I1, I2 and what? I3. ठीक. एक और है देखो. Current source is also given. This current source is between I2 and I3. So directly you will get one equation in terms of what? I2 and I3. तो I2 भी इधर है, I3 उसके अपोजिट है, तो one equation is directly I2 minus I3 is equal to what? 2. अब आपको सुपर मैश लगाना है, तो अगेन दो इक्वेशन एक्स्ट्रा फाइंड करनी है. तो विच वन इज द इजियर वन? टेल मी इन दिस केस, मैश और नोडल? देन मैश एनालिसिस इज प्रेफर्ड. Yes, mesh analysis is preferable because you can apply the super mesh. You will get the relation between I2 and I3. Write down the KVL from this point to this point to this point. Only one KVL, and this is a very very easy one. Only the 50 volt battery is given. Drop across these two. So nodal analysis, mesh analysis in this case. So clear this point. This point is clear. Now you can solve this question by the mesh analysis and nodal analysis, and then difficulty level you can understand. भाई मैं असाइनमेंट तो दूंगा यार, आप लोग ना असाइनमेंट के लिए बोल रहे हो कि सर टाइम नहीं मिल रहा. करेंगे, डोंट वरी. आई विल गिव यू द वीडियो सॉल्यूशन फॉर दीज ऑल द असाइनमेंट्स. बट फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, this Sunday or tomorrow and then Saturday and Sunday, try to solve all the question with the mesh analysis, nodal analysis, all the methods, then we can solve. So this is the assignment. Don't worry about that. Till Monday or Tuesday or Monday up to Monday or Sunday evening, I will provide the solution for all this. Assign. This is the assignment. Dependent sources. Determine the voltages at the node in the figure, means nodal analysis V1, V2 and what? V3. V1, V2 and V3 with dependent sources. With dependent sources. You can apply the formula for dependent sources also. And this is another question. Determine the voltage Vx in the circuit. Where is the Vx? This is the Vx. 0.15 Vx, 4 ampere, 3 volt. So you can use here mesh analysis. You can choose the 1, 2, 3, 4 currents, or you can use the nodal analysis. You can consider this is the reference already given. So this is the 0 voltage. This is the 0 reference, it is given. So you can write the V1, V2, V3 and V4 nodal analysis and you can find the solution. थोड़ा lengthy होगा लेकिन ये question अच्छा है. Try to solve this one. You have to find the Vx from the nodal analysis. Okay. This is the another one. The voltage across the terminal A and B. Voltage across the terminal A and B. It is easy question. इससे ऐसे इसरो में भी आ सकता है. तो कितना स्पीड से बनाते हो ये डिपेंड करता है. This one. The nodal method of the circuit analysis is based on. बताओ जरा. Time up ना. Okay. Nodal method of the circuit analysis is based on KVL and Ohm's law, KCL and KVL, KCL and Ohm's law, KCL, KVL and Ohm's law. So nodal analysis, what we are using? Kirchhoff's voltage law or Kirchhoff's current law? We are using Kirchhoff's current law and what? Ohm's law. Ohm's law is applicable everywhere. I is equal to V by R or V is equal to IR. We are using this or KCL, Kirchhoff's current law. B is the answer for this question. If it is mesh analysis, then we can say KVL and Ohm's law. KVL and Ohm's law. Okay, then already I have given you the assignments, guys. Try to solve all the questions. I will provide you the video solution for that. Or otherwise, we will arrange one extra session for all the assignments. Okay, don't worry about that. In evening or in morning, we can arrange the session so that you can. But till then, please try to solve all the questions. Okay. Thank you for attending the session. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. खुश रहिए, क्वेश्चन अच्छे से बनाइए. और मैंने कहा ना, एग्जाम के बारे में ज्यादा मत सोचो, बस ये सोचो कि मैं प्रोसेस प्रॉपर फॉलो करता हूं या करती हूं. ओके, ओके देन, थैंक यू.